Din Djarin from The Mandalorian, Oberyn Martell from Game of Thrones, Javier Peña from Narcos, Dave York from The Equalizer 2, Maxwell Lord from Wonder Woman 1984, Dieter Bravo from that god-awful movie, The Bubble, and that one guy from the short film House Comes with a Bird. Pedro Pascal has had a wonderful career over the last few years, so I am proud to announce that he is the only lead role in the movie, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I am very proud to say that he does a great job as the only lead role as... Wait, hold on. Nicolas Cage is in this movie? Huh. I guess I got distracted by Pedro Pascal's mustache the second I saw him. I forgot that Nicolas Cage is in this movie. Jokes aside, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, starring Nicolas Cage and, of course, the mustache himself, Pedro Pascal. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is a very funny movie. It's very funny, very random at times. It was just very fun. Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal do a really good job as like a little buddy movie, and it's just very entertaining. I do have flaws with this movie. Like some of the jokes are just like very like, but why? But why? But yeah, this is a very fun movie. Pedro Pascal plays Javi Gutierrez, who is a Nicolas Cage super fan. I made a joke all about like, oh, this is a Pedro Pascal movie, when literally this movie is the lifeblood of literally just a Nicolas Cage movie, and it makes it very clear. Even though I'm like, when I went to see this movie, me and my friends went to go see it, right? And the entire reason we went was for Pedro Pascal. Not for Nicolas Cage, even though Nicolas Cage does do a passable job here. As usual, it's always a passable job. We came for the mustache himself. As you can tell, I am a massive Pedro Pascal fan, along with all my friends. We are, especially when our friend Luis, he's a big fan. Yeah, they both do a good job. It's very, very entertaining. My flaws with this movie is, as I said, some of the jokes are very random. Like, there's a whole shoe joke, right? That was, like, they, like, literally, I think before they were about to try to, gun each other down. That's in the trailer, by the way. Spoilers. Before they were about to, they just, like, they look at their shoes, like, ooh, you got really nice shoes. I was like, you want to trade? And they trade shoes. I mean, it's super random. But, like, there's jokes like that in this movie where you're like, well, what that broke the tension, or, like, that broke something. But then there's, like, parts of the movie that are, like, stupid hilarious. Like, there's this whole LSD scene where, like, I think Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal do the LSD, and they're, like, high as... Bro, they're in the sky, bro. They're in the sky. And it's really funny. Like they turn and they see these two people, and they think they're staring like, and they're just like they're watching us. Oh my god! And they just start running, and it's just like Pedro Pascal just randomly gets hit by a car. It's freaking hilarious. They play off each other really well, and it's just very funny. Another funny scene is bloody, whenever, like, they had to shoot each other, and, like, they, like, both pulled out their guns. I don't want to kill you. You're the one, that's one person I want to kill. I love you. I love you. It's freaking funny. There's also this really subtle, funny scene in this movie, where, like, Nicolas Cage just calmly, like, relaxed on next to a poolside, just relaxing, just wants to get away, and Pedro Pascal just, sits right next to him, and brother's in either like a swimming underwear or a thong. I don't know exactly what it is, but it was bloody hilarious just to see him in that, and it was just like, oh my god. Yeah, there was some funny jokes. There were some cringe jokes that I was like, oh, what? Like whenever there was a scene where Nicolas Cage was singing a song to his daughter while he was drunk, and it was I was just cringing. Yeah, but oh yeah, and there's also a whole scene in this. It's it weirded me out where Nicolas Cage kissed himself, and yeah, as you can tell, very Nicolas Cage movie, which where it celebrates all his roles and makes jokes about them. There was a whole scene where I was, since I'm not a massive Nicolas Cage fan, I did not catch it at first, but they're doing the lines from a movie that Nicolas Cage was in, and I was like, what's happening? Wait, who's this? Wait, what? And it's oh, I understand now, because Pedro Pascal started the interaction, because Pedro, I think I've already said this already. Pedro Pascal is he plays Javi Gutierrez, who's a massive Nicolas Cage fan, a super fan. They literally even go into a room where all of Javi's merch is in a Nicolas Cage, the Nicolas Cage body pillow and all that stuff. It wasn't a body pillow, it was just a pillow with Nicolas Cage's face on it. But still, yeah, there was he's very excessive. What do you know? He's also a drug lord. No, a drug lord. Which I find really interesting. I was expecting something else from it, because I knew from the trailers that Javi was a drug lord, right? And I was expecting him to actually be oh, I am an actor. He's gonna act oh, really? Oh, Nicolas Cage. And then the second they find out that he's the drug lord, you have discovered my business. You must die now. But no, actually, that's not what happened. And I should be wrapping this up now. Yeah. The last thing I want to talk about, and it was towards the end, and it surprised me and caught me off guard, and it makes sense in the movie, and it was freaking amazing twist, that almost the entire movie was a movie that Nicolas Cage and Javier Gutierrez made together. And it was almost the whole thing was the movie inside a movie kind of thing, like that kind of thing. And yeah, that was I was like, oh, broski. So yeah, this was a good movie. A little cringe at parts, a little bit random jokes some points. Some of the plot points are a little weird. Pedro Pascal's death scene was I was because massive Pedro Pascal fan, but still kind of weird. But yeah, I loved this movie. My friends loved this movie. It was really fun to see with them together. Yeah, so I would give this movie, and apparently I'm more critical than my own friends, because I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's dragged down by those cringe jokes. Those or something. There was really funny jokes, and then there was cringe jokes. And I could have credited it to the twist of Javi was the one who wrote this, it was a movie about a movie. And it was the movie written by a guy who's this is literally his second script kind of thing. That could be the reason why some of the jokes are kind of cringe. But I'm not gonna let that deter my own thoughts on the movie. Because this movie had some cringe jokes, but also had some amazing jokes. And it was still, no matter the cringe jokes, this was a fun movie. Nicolas Cage does a great job, or passable, depending on your definition of Nicolas Cage. And Pedro Pascal does a great job at just like everything. Like even though like that one movie The Bubble is a god awful movie, he still does a good job. He's like not even he can save it, you know what I mean? It was a dumpster fire everywhere else. A mini bubble review while we're at it. So yeah, I'm giving this movie a 7 out of 10. I recommend this movie. It is rated R like the other two movies I've reviewed. This one is, there's a lot of F words in it. It's like a lot of language. But if you get past just a little bit of cussing, I highly recommend this movie. This movie's really fun. So yeah, I'll give this movie a 7 out of 10. I hope you enjoy the review.